We're back on a beautiful Monday night. I couldn't record earlier. I had to do stuff, so it's gonna get dark out here, which kind of sucks. And it's another stand. I swear to God, I'm not using the same shirt as yesterday. I got like a lot of I got so many wife beaters. Anyways, bro, I was at work went well. Everything was well, bro. I was at Walmart. I had to pick up some stuff for work for an event tomorrow, and I hear these guys chatting in the aisle. One guy's asking this other guy about money stuff, and the guy's talking about how he just like has so much money at this point where he doesn't really know what to do with it. He's just trying to save it. He's trying to figure out where to invest it, what to do with this. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And they're talking about like the market crashing and yada yada yada, and like that, like trying to get into index funds, all this stuff. So the guy leaves, one of the guys leave, and the knowledgeable guy is still there. So I turn around, I'm like, I just say some bullshit, because your Roth IRA doesn't really change too much with the market. I mean, it has a lot of... Anyways, so I'm like, oh yeah, bro, yeah, the market is crazy. I just put my 5K in my Roth, like right before, the administration and stuff like that, and yada yada yada. And then I was like, well, what do you do? And he's like, well, I'm a full-time student, but I day trade. And I was like, oh, you do options? He's like, no, I do futures trading, futures market. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, how much money are you making a day? Like, are you making a couple hundred a day, a couple thousand? Like, what's going on? He's like, well, some days I don't trade. He's like, it's, obviously it fluctuates, but like some weeks I take home $10,000, other weeks I take home, whatever it is, a couple $1,000. And I was like, oh, will you teach me, right? And he's like, well, I'm actually, like, me and my professor are building a course for this. I said, alright, have a good day. I understand that when people have a lucrative thing, or like they have a skill set, they want to sell that skill set. They don't want to do this shit for free, right? I understand that. But it is crazy to me that someone just tried to get me on a course IRL, bro. I've never had this happen in my life. And I have a friend that does options trading. He just takes home, whatever, like $500 to $1,000 a week. He keeps it chill, which is like an extra $4K a month. Bro, there's so many bugs out here. But I was like, no way, this guy just tried to sell me some freaking. He just tried to get me on a course. I mean, obviously I could have been like, all right, I'll pay you $1,000 to teach me. But that was after I left, and I thought about it, and it was just crazy, bro. I really just tried to get this course sold on me IRL. So I was looking at the futures trading. The thing about me is like, a lot of people that tend to entrepreneurs. I'm not saying entrepreneur, but they, you always have multiple streams of income. But I think, like, I get pulled in so many directions before I even start in one direction, right? It's like, oh, I could do some e-commerce stuff. Oh, I could do some day trading stuff. Oh, I could do this. I could do affiliate stuff. I could do this. I could do TikTok shop. I could just do clipping. Like, all these things. And then I realized I'm an idiot. Because I just want to put effort into this, Like, I think this will be it's just like, obviously, you want to have some sort of financial freedom, and you don't have to go to your job, and you want to be able, you don't want to trade your time for money, because that's how, well, even if you don't trade your time for money and you're making a couple $1,000,000 a year, whatever, you're still part of the proletariat. But I'm saying, like, the poor, which is not really poor, but trading your time for money is like the worst way to make money. Like, you're never gonna become financially free at that point, because unless like after you retire, or you have a great salary and like you start buying assets and stuff like that. But for the most part, the way to financial freedom is to find streams of income. And I mean, in today's world, I feel like making money is easier than ever. Like, people are, when you're trying to do e-commerce stuff, you're always worried about fulfillment. And like, if you're doing drop shipping, you're like, well, drop shipping you can't really do drop shipping these days, because people like instant gratification. Like, they don't want to wait 3 weeks for their package from China to arrive, right? And so now there's Amazon FBA. Like, it's easier now than ever to make money, right? And so then I always miss, dude, I'm getting eaten up, but I forget the most important part, which is, you get nowhere by researching. You get nowhere by like, I get stuck in the the get rich quick schemes, even though I know they're not real. It's like, I'm trying to get make the money. What is the easiest way to get to $10K a month, whatever it is. But the truth is, and I'm trying to like let's say for e-commerce, I'm trying to like, okay, well, how when I think about it, then all these questions come up, and then I just research all these questions before even making a step forward, because I'm so scared to like start a thing, and then it like me coming upon like certain bumps and humps, and then me being like, well, what do I do now? And so I create the mountain before I start the walk, and so, which is always the story of my life. And I realized that it doesn't matter what you pick, affiliate marketing, drop e-commerce, like whatever it is, it doesn't really matter, because they're all lucrative in a way. At the end of the day, it's just sales. Or at the end of the day, it's just sales and marketing. At the end of the day, that's all it is. There's all these niches and techniques, but that at the end of the day, that's all it is. But you have to like, I'm trying to like from an outside perspective like learn all this shit in this realm, and I forget the most important part was I have to step into the realm, and then I'll learn far more from my stepping into the realm and failing a lot, and like taking the risk, which is AKA just like investing money and getting nothing back repeatedly over and over until something hits, right? But then I think about I just kind of want to do this YouTube thing, and I'm hyped. I'm starting to get traction. I got to 1,000 impressions finally. 1,000 impressions. I got to 100 views. Let's fucking go. So things are happening, bro. It's the same thing that happened with my blog site. And I was showing Jamil my blog site the other day. And I'm like, dude, why don't I utilize this thing? Because right now my blog site, I haven't touched it. I don't touch that shit at all. It's at like 900,000 impressions and, whatever, how many thousand clicks. But like the conversion rate is terrible because like I don't like use the blog site. So like most of my impressions were from people finding the images I use for the blog and like looking at those images, right? It wasn't actually like them reading the blog or doing those things. And so like the click rate was kind of low, I didn't have, but to me impressions are the most important thing, because that's how things are being pushed. And then you can refine and then increase the click rate. But if you try to get your click rate up before you have any impressions, then you're failing, or it's like useless. And so then I thought, wait, how do I just utilize it? I literally have this like pretty successful thing. I just need to utilize it. And so what I think I'm gonna do is probably like, use the transcripts from the videos that I talk about and just make it into a blog. And then also on that site, like affiliate market things that I actually care about, or things that I actually use. I'm not gonna go drop ship some bullshit. My issue with drop shipping is like, and the same thing with digital products is like I'm selling something for the sake of selling something, and I'm like giving people stuff that they don't actually need. But if I affiliate market it, like the stuff I would affiliate market is essentially, but like on my blog site it would be like, oh, my favorite stuff, like whatever it is, whatever would be in my menu. And I think it would be stuff like The Road Less Traveled, which is my favorite book of all time. Untethered Soul, also a goated book. My Body Pillow, which is the greatest thing of all time. Like shit like that, where stuff that I actually use and I actually care about. And so then I'm like, oh wait, then it's like it's like, how do I transform this thing that is getting a ton of traffic? How do I transform that into something that is lucrative and makes money? I could do Google AdSense, but I got declined by Google AdSense like so many, like 7, 8 times. And I think, and the thing about when you get denied from Google AdSense, like it doesn't really tell you. It gives you some very generic shit of what they found wrong, and then it sends you to some like Google page where it tells you like, oh, this could mean this list of 1,000 fucking things, right? And so I think I'm gonna get back to it, utilize it, and funnel it. But I do think that the draw with me's, bro, they're gonna go crazy, bro. The draw with me's are crazy because nobody does that shit, and it's gonna be fire, bro. The way I'm gonna edit it is gonna be fire. I couldn't do it on Sunday because all my shit came in late, and then also I didn't have a table, and also I wanted to be more like I wanted to have it more well thought out, whether it's location. Also, like the first one's gonna be with Julianne, but I still want like to create, have a list of like prompts, not prompts, but talking points in case we like, have nothing to talk about at a certain point, And so I think all these things, like success is right around the corner. I mean, and in a certain sense, I am already successful. Like that, it's kind of crazy, because whenever people do find me, I have such a sample size now where like, they find one video, then they like it, and then they just start going down these videos. So things are looking pretty sick for me. I just gotta keep going. The thing I want to tell you guys about the other day is, so I got offered this job at a certain salary range, right? And then when the recruiters actually called me, like the salary range that was gonna be a pretty substantial pay increase of like, almost $20,000 salary increase with a new job. And then I got called by the recruiter last Monday, and they said the starting pay was like, it was gonna be a pay cut. Like I was gonna be taking less money, and it would be a switch of companies, and the company that would switch you would have way worse benefits, and it would just be a worse job. But I was only willing to take it because the actual job itself, I liked the job, I wanted the job, because it's the job in the office. It's like literally event planning, and it's just ops. It's just doing ops in the gym that I built. Like that's where the office is in the gym that I built, and so. But then they try to offer it to me with a low ball, and they're like, well, you'll get a pay increase every 6 months, and then by 18 months you'll be at X amount. But the X amount they told me after 18 months was still less than what the person that retired was being paid. So I was like, yeah, definitely not. So I just told my boss, my supervisor today, that I will not be taking that. So it's like, when one door closes, a million open. I'm hyped to go this Wednesday to this like venture capitalist kind of networking event, and just to see see people. I also know someone now, like Julianne's like best friend, her brother like made his own tech startup and is extremely lucrative now, and I just want to go talk to him because I want to get into tech. Like I like tech stuff. I want to do a lot of things, right? But in truth, I should just really be focusing on this. God, I'm about to get eaten up. But yeah, so there's a lot going on. But I think I'm figuring things out. I think things are just like coming together. Like, who knows where I'll be a year from now? Who knows where I'll be 2 years from now? But if I stay consistent, then I can't fail. And I think I'm gonna really be producing great content. Like for these first whatever, I think this is video 49 or 50 right now, and I just went no edits, nothing. Just sample size, just raw, just quantity, just going for quantity. Holy shit, it's getting loud as hell out here. But anyways, I'm getting bit up. This is gonna be a short one. I'm about to go back inside, but I love you guys, and we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep on fucking pushing, bro. And yeah, I have to wake up fucking for the event tomorrow. I gotta wake up at like 5:30 in the morning. Holy shit. But alright, guys. Guys, girls, gays, queers, they, them, these, or all. Everyone, anyone. Have a blessed rest of your Monday night. And I'll catch you guys on a Tuesday. And hopefully it's going to be during the daytime, because I'm getting off early tomorrow, because my supervisor said I could leave after the event. And the event ends at 2. Because I'll be there so fucking early. So I'll be here early. I'm feeling good. I conquered my bad habits. And now it's just time to put my head down and fucking get and actually start doing stuff instead of just infinite research glitch. Like actually just like putting the pen to paper and writing stuff or building the stuff. No more just sitting there and researching. Fuck research. Only execute. You can research afterwards. But alright, I love you guys. Bro, there's a big ass bug. I'm out.